Welcome back, friends. So we are now entering the next higher advanced level in PowerShell, which is the functions. So far, you have by now become an expert in simple scripting or handling simple commands in PowerShell like get process or get service. Now we are going to a higher level of writing 2 or 3 lines of code. When we want more than one line of code and we want that code to be reused, we can use the functions. So functions are nothing but an interface between the user and the code. The function can be written by using the keyword function followed by the function name and the code logic within the curly braces. And before you start writing a function, it is a very good practice if you can decide the name for a function. For example, let's say we are trying to get all the installed softwares. So you can use the naming standard for PowerShell with the verb get hyphen and the logic or the code with what it do install software. So get install software, and within the curly braces you can specify what it will do. So we are using WMI to get all the installed products for using Win32 product class. So now you need not worry about how this is done. Just understand that a function followed by a keyword, followed function keyword followed by the name of the function within the curly braces. And it's a good practice to save the function name in a separate file. And if you want to share this to different teams, you would be saving this as a PS1, and then you just call the function from that folder. Let's suppose we are just saving this in a folder named the C demo PowerShell some get hyphen installed software, and so this is saved as a PS1. Suppose we want to call this function, all we would do is, so let's just do is C slash demo PowerShell slash get hyphen. So this is the way we'll be calling. Right now we do not have the permissions. We shall update the execution policy for the current user to unrestricted just for the demo purpose, and then run the PS script. Now to call the function, you simply type get hyphen installed script install software. Another way to run the code is simply just run the code from this window, and then to call the function you just specify the function name get hyphen install software, and that does the job of listing all the installed software. So list of installed software is running. Let's just stop this if it takes a long time. Let's go ahead and move to another example. We'll try to create a function. We are creating a function file size 1, which is simply displaying all the files under this directory where the length is greater than 100,000 bytes. Let's just run this and execute it. To run this, we'll just specify the file name file size 1. Look, very nice. The length of all those files greater than this number are displayed. Our next example, we are going to display the average for batsmen using a simple function. So we are creating a function named get-bat-average, and we are passing a parameter within the curly braces with the name param, and in the brackets we're specifying all the parameter names. For example, we are passing the name of the batsman, then the runs scored by the batsman, then the outs the batsman has got, and in the code we are just calculating the average using this method, and we are displaying the output by saying this batsman's average is equal to average, and these are the runs and the outs. Let's just first execute this function function is executed. To call the function, you specify the function name followed by the parameter. In this example, we are going to uh, call the spat average for Bradman, the number of runs scored, and the number of outs. So you can try this example with your favorite batsman by typing your favorite batsman name, the number of scores, and the outs, and you can find out the average. See if you isn't this cool? Let's try another example now. So you can pass the name of your favorite batsman's name here, get bat average and the runs scored and the outs, and you get the output. Next, we'll see another example of function template. Function templates are very useful. We just open up a new file and we'll just press Ctrl J. We'll just try a simple advanced function. So function templates are nothing but certain standardized templates which can be used in your team for huge projects. And you can also describe the function, like you can describe what the function does. So, and you can also get a help description of your function just as you get the help for your commandlets. And you can pass parameters to the function. You can do error handling for your function. How do you do error handling? You can do error handling, just press Ctrl J, do the try catch finally. So this is how you can do error handling. And you can also do logging by, and so these are some common features are captured in the function template and that can be reused across us or all your team members. So all you would have to do is just save the template and somebody else can open up the template and make the changes according to the functionality. And so it's a good practice to give a description for each variable declared or parameters describe of what your line is doing. So that in the way to do that is using the comment hash symbol. So these are some good practices. So function templates makes life easier for the entire team. It's easy to use. It makes the code self-explanatory. A certain standard is followed, and it is easy to read. Also, you have metadata information like the help and certain examples, and also it follows error handlings and logging. So this is the example of a function template. You can start off with a fresh function template using Ctrl J. Next, we look at a simple demo for parameters. You pass parameters two ways. One way is to just open you in the open brace and double without in the outside the curly brackets you specify the parameter names. Another way is you specify the name param within the curly brackets and you pass the parameters. This is the way. So let's try to run this example, which is a cool example which speaks out the text passed. You are referencing a com sappy.sp voice library and you're calling the speak method and passing the text passed. Let's just execute the speech text and run the command speak hyphen text. Hello, I'm hungry. Isn't that nice? Let's try to compile the next way of passing the parameters and run the code again. So this is the way to pass parameters and call the functions. Next, we look at some math functions. So if you are a C programmer, you would have heard of the include stdio.h. Similarly, in PowerShell, you can reference libraries in .NET by using by passing them in the square brackets. And for calling the static methods, all you would have to do is just simply put two colons and then call the function name. So let's just clear the hose, have a number, declare a number, and we are trying to round the values. Let's just run this. So see, the number is rounded off to two places. Let's just try another system.math command and try to display the pi value. This is nice. So this also tells you how to reference the .NET objects. If you want to, for example, let's try to display the alarm sound. You get a reference to system.media.systemSounds and call the hand.play method. So we'll finish off with the functions, which are with a little deeper topic of calling functions by value and calling functions by reference. So far, the example we have followed is calling function by value. But in certain cases, uh, suppose you want to call by reference, the value of the original variable is also changed. So this example will help you to understand pass by value and pass by reference. We are assigning the variable original with the value 10 and we are first displaying the value for original. Let's run this. The original value is 10. Now we are calling a function by value. We pass the value and we are just multiplying it by 10 and displaying the value for the passed parameter. And when we call by value with the original, with the parameter named original, let's see what happens. So when you do this, it is displaying the output as 100. That is $A was 100. So 10 to 10 is 100. Now, does this change the value of original value? Let's try to display the original value. After call by value, the original value is 10, no problem. Now when you pass by reference, you pass by reference by using the keyword ref. That is, you put the ref within double brackets and then you pass the variable. The same type of and then in the script block, you pass the values by using $A dot value is equal to $A dot value into 10. Instead of using $A, you have to pass dot value to access the values. And when you run this command, let's execute the function. And when we call, once we call the ref and with the variable original, the same output value 10 is displayed. But there is a slight difference. Now let's look at what happened to the passed parameter original value. After call by reference, even the original value is changed. So here the difference is even the original value is changed. The passed parameters, if you want that to be changed, you can pass by reference. Otherwise, you can just ignore and do the normal pass by value. So this completes the functions session in PowerShell. So as a summary, we saw what a function is, how to declare a function, how to call a function, how to pass parameters in a function, how to uh, create a function template, and we saw some error handling techniques using the try catch block, and also we saw how to call system.math function. Thank you.